What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to City Skylines with my Appalachian build. We are here today on the metro part of the area, and I was going to do the kind of the residential area today, but then I got to thinking, well, we can't really do the residential until we get the utilities in. And I thought it might be a great idea to kind of start doing the water and the power and the sewer and kind of getting those kind of areas somewhat kind of planned out. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm not going to really talk a whole lot about what I'm doing at the moment. I think what I'm going to do for this episode is I think I'm just going to let the time lapse play with some nice kind of music in the background. And then once it gets done, then I will actually discuss what all I had done and what all that you're seeing. Basically, we'll take a look at the finished product in the end, but I did kind of want to do at least kind of an intro here in the very beginning, right before we actually get into the time-lapse stuff, or though with the time-lapse is on the screen right now at the moment, I still kind of wanted to kind of discuss what we were going to do today for this episode and talk about that a little bit before we actually get into that. So, you guys enjoyed this time-lapse build here and the music that I chose for it. And I will be back at the end of this, and we will take a look in real time and actually take a look at what we built. All right, let's do that. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the time lapse. Here we are back at the beginning of our little metro city here. I still don't have a name for the city yet. It's loosely based on Lexington, Kentucky, but I don't know what we're going to call it, because I'm not going to call it Lexington, but it's going to be loosely based on Lexington anyway. However, I just don't have a name for it. I'm still looking for that. If you guys have any great ideas, I would love to hear them. I'm kind of thinking about calling it like North Point or something. I don't know. I'm not really sold on that name, but if you guys got a better name, I would love to hear it. As you remember, this is going to be our residential area with a school and some other things down in here, but I wanted to do this today. This is what we are working on right now, so I wanted to do the utilities before we start on the residential. So as you can see, we have our little area here for water and all that. I think I may actually end up replacing these water pump stations. It will probably keep the sewage treatment plant, I think, but I'm not sure about the water plants. I think I'm probably going to replace those with maybe some acid or something I find on the workshop. I've got a few I've been looking at. I'm also thinking about, we're probably going to change this up a little bit too, and maybe get rid of one of these reservoirs and put maybe clarifiers or something over here. To make it look a little more like this is the water area and this is the sewage area. So we've got some other things I need to put in here as well as some buildings. But basically, this is the utilities office right there. And then this is our warehouse here where the trucks and stuff would go. And then we have the water, the sewage, the reservoirs. And then over here will be probably the clarifiers, I think. And that will connect onto the back road back there as well. So that, not much to this. This was kind of a quick build. The parking lot did give me a little bit of trouble. I'm still learning how to use these parking lot roads. So also trying to get everything kind of straight too, because the terrain manipulation is a little bit harder for me to use as well. So I'm still getting used to that. From there, we are going to obviously need power and stuff in this city. So this city is actually going to get its power from two different places. One of them is going to be a coal plant, which is going to be back east, right in that area somewhere. But the other one is going to be down here, down south. So if we take a look, if we zoom out, you can kind of see where we're looking at here. So we have our lake area, we have our metro city, we have our south metro city down here, and then some smaller cities around there, maybe one over here as well, which is what I'm thinking. But there is our residential, there's our water and sewage treatment plants, and then down here, we'll zoom back in, we have a solar power farm, basically. This is something that I kind of wanted to do. I was driving home one day from work, and something I had never noticed is there's literally a solar farm, like right on the side of the road, like right on the side of the highway as I was driving home. I don't know how long it's been there, but I had never noticed it until one day, and then it was just like, excuse me, it was like, wow, that is just, I've never noticed that we had a solar farm. That is really, really cool. So I really got the idea for this from that and seeing that and how it was worked out. So this is kind of my own take on it. Right here I combined two different versions of buildings, or two different buildings I should say, into one to kind of make the main office. We have Spasm Electricity. That's what we're going to go with for now. And then I also was able to throw that sign. Spasm Electricity is an actual sign that's in the props, so I was able to throw that on a couple of other buildings kind of here and there. May even do some sort of sign out front as well. And then we have our parking. This parking lot, oh my god, this parking lot took me for freaking ever to get right. I worked with it, and I finally was able to get a plan that I kind of liked. It's not exactly straight either, so I've noticed it's kind of, these two buildings right here are kind of working against each other, where the roads aren't kind of straight. I don't know, it's at an angle. I'm not seeing it, but I was seeing it the entire time I was building. I did throw in a water reservoir right there for now, until, like, just a water tower, just to supply water and stuff to the power plant. And then back here on the back, we have some neat little kind of, I don't know where these trash cans came from. Oh, they're putting it out for the, yeah, okay, so we're full of trash right now. So that's what's going on with that. But we have these little trucks and stuff that I found on the workshop, and some vans and some other things. I also found these really cool like cables and stuff in there, like cable spools that I thought would go perfect in an electrical plant, because they're going to need cables and stuff, right? So I threw those here and there and around the buildings. This is actually the geothermal plant, and then I took and covered up like the vents down here with a warehouse to kind of make it look a little bit. This will supply more power. Even though it is geothermal power, I'm going to say it's actually just part of the solar farm. Or maybe it's geothermal, I don't know. But and then I covered up these last parts down here with this warehouse, which I also threw some more trucks and stuff down here as well. We also have some fencing and some trees I put up front as well, using the prop line tool. It's the first time I've actually used that. And I put some fuel tanks back here. I may end up maybe putting some ploppable asphalt or something down in there. And then we also have the fence and stuff over here as well that goes down through there. Now apparently the solar farms do put out garbage, and since the road hasn't been finished yet, we don't have workers or garbage coming in and out to take care of that. I do have a truck way down here on the corner though. This way we can kind of say, oh well, they're out in the field working on the panels. And I even have a cherry picker over here as well, of a little guy who's also working on the power and stuff over here. I'm probably going to expand this out, maybe one more area right in here, and then we're probably going to put a road that comes this way, and I will probably connect this around there. And then we're going to do like a toll booth area, not a toll booth, but like a security gate and like a security guard post right up here, right before as you come in. So we'll probably throw that around there like that, most likely. And then we'll have the parking for all the employees and everything. I mean, obviously we don't want anybody just breaking into the power plant, you know, so we'll have the security post out front. I will also be putting in a intersection down here as well, and we'll probably do a small town down in here, like in between the major areas and stuff over here. So I like the idea of doing that, so we're probably going to do that. I just got to find a good intersection to use, and we will do that. So that's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this this quick build here in City Skylines. It wasn't actually that quick. It took me a few hours to actually put all this together, not to mention the time that it put into planning everything out and how I wanted to do it. I put a lot of time into planning it before I actually started the actual build, which you saw in the time lapse. So I had to figure out exactly what pieces I would be using, how it would look, things like that, and then I worked from some general ideas after toying around with some stuff, and this is what we ended up with. So we got our utilities done. We have the power going to the city. I also went ahead and put the cables and stuff down through here as well. So we have the electrical cables, high voltage lines, which are running down this way, down. They run along with the actual train tracks here as well. Now this is something that I found that I'm not happy with, is the lines that go across the river here are like really messed up, so I don't like them down in the water like that. So I need to find a way to fix that if I can. And they run up into here all the way up into the city, and then I have this little substation right here, which will then divide the power from the high voltage line down into smaller lines. Now I'm using underground lines right now, which you guys can't see, but I found these I've used them before. They're underground electrical cables, which lets me put them anywhere I want to kind of get cable and power and stuff. So I ran it down the road down here, and that's how we got power down to our sewer and water. So it keeps the area clean of utility poles and stuff, and you know, basically call 411 before you dig. that's the idea. Anywho, yeah, so that's it. The next episode, we will definitely be working on our residential area. We're probably going to play around with the school, I think, first, and then start placing some houses and stuff in the next episode. now that we have the utilities and stuff done for our metro city. Again, if you guys have any thoughts about a name for the city, let me know. I would love to hear them. If you pick a good one, I will definitely use it. And that will be it from here in City Skylines, Appalachia. Until the next episode, thank you so much for joining me. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thanks for watching. What's up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and click on the bell to stay on top of all my new videos and live streaming events here on YouTube. I also want to give a huge shout out to all the names you see on the right for their support through donations, Patreon, and through Twitch subs. If you would like to join their ranks and you are able, you can do so by clicking on any of those links in the video description down below. No worries though, if you don't like giving away money like that, you can still support the channel by purchasing games or anything through Greenman Gaming, through Humble Bundle, or through Amazon by clicking on my links and making your purchase. A little bit of that goes towards me to support the channel. If you still can't get enough of me, you can always check me out live on twitch.tv and stay up to date with me on Twitter as well. Now that's going to be it, but I can't say thank you enough for all your support here on the channel. Wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you later.